I'm sure to thank Megan for just an excellent overview of game dynamics. Totally teased up this presentation, so very nice indeed. So I'm Chip Reek. I'm the director of products at Polygo. The company is Polygo, and the product is Whrrl, also known as the chicken app in your backyard. Yes, I want to introduce you guys to it. Very quickly, who here uses a social location-based mobile app on your phones today? Very good indeed. If you haven't yet had a chance to use Whrrl, I want to kind of give you a quick overview, give a sense of what it's all about. So I think the best way to begin is just to kind of motivate what problem you're trying to solve. So we have these people on the screen over here, and what do they have in common? Yeah, they're all bored. Yeah, they're not just bored, they're frustrated, they're unhappy. A lot of kind of negative things in that way. And really, what's happening is that as we develop a Whrrl product, we talked to a few thousands of users as we went through our labs around the check-in app space, location-based app space. And the one thing we realized, the theme that really resonated across the board was that people are frustrated about missing opportunities to connect with each other in the real world. They're also unhappy because they end up doing a lot of similar things over and over again. They do the same things on the weekends, evenings, lunch hours, that sort of thing. And so based on all that sort of feedback, we motivate the world's singular mission as a real-world game whose purpose is to inspire people to get out into the physical world and do compelling experiences with other people. And that's really kind of what the product aims to do. So we'll just dive right in to the actual product itself. And what serves you guys, what you guys using Whrrl right now will notice is that I'm giving you a sneak peek of the features that are now being packed. And so we'll be coming soon, but if you can't find them on your phone today, it's okay, don't worry about it. So the first thing you'll notice as soon as you come into this thing is you immediately kind of look at this thing and are inspired by the different ideas that have been given to you. And so the way Whrrl attempts, the way we try to kind of get you to be inspired by what's happening in the real world, get people out there doing things, is use three specific things. And one, and as Megan was pointing out, game mechanics. Game mechanics are hugely powerful behavior. And what we do is the people who inspire others to get out and do things the most, they get the most points and they level up. And their rank and Whrrl increases based on where they are. The second thing we use a lot of is we use social connections. We use both explicit social connections, who your friends are, and implicit social connections to try to unite you with other people who love the same things that you do. And the final thing is we use personalized recommendations. So we use our algorithms in the back end, and based on all the activity we have in the world, the places you check into, the ideas you try doing, the people you connect with, based on all these things, we give you better and better ideas that you can find, very relevant, compelling experiences that you can take advantage of in the physical world. So this is kind of the evidence of that. So as soon as you come into the app, the first thing you see are ideas from your friends, ideas from people in your city, ideas from the people in your social group, and we provide them in what we call a one-at-a-time kind of context. And the reason for that is so that you can just focus in on them and get a pretty good idea of how to engage with them. So every time I hit a one-to-an idea, if I find like a great idea, it goes to my left at the bottom and it saves it. The other key thing that happens is that as I go through ideas and say, I want to try this, I want to have these people as my friend, Whrrl learns this stuff and begins to suggest society, suggest a group of people who share similar passions to me. So here we have the BizTechDay Society, because I'm checked into, so my friend Joni B joined the society. And what also happens in this particular context is you'll find societies on all sorts of things. You have somebody create a society around the best rooftop pools around the nation, around fine dining, around sushi places, around independent coffee shops. So you find all kinds of things where you can find other people who love the same kinds of stuff as you do. So you can very easily go through and say, all right, I'm part of the BizTechDay Society. I'm already part of this group. I'm going to join it. I'm in. So yeah, I can keep on going. Lots of really good ideas. Real omelet looks delicious. And once I get to a particular place, so I'm here at Bell Harbor, the thing to do, of course, is to check in. So I'll do that. Here's Bell Harbor. Let's pick that up. And I see Maya, Rich, and Shauna are checked in here. That's excellent. So let's go and join them. And I can either just check in, or I can look at the specific things that they are to do over here. And I can decide to do that instead. So I'm seeing all these recommendations. well, it's another time. All these recommendations, attending the BizTechDay, great conference players, what's this? Demo your product to the attendees of BizTechDay Seattle. It's pretty cool. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get my post. And so there you go. So I can take a photo. At this point, I skipped it because my laptop won't me up. Do I recommend it? Yes, I recommend it. And I can choose to notify my friends about this, share to Facebook, share to Twitter, and this is my friend over here. And so as soon as that happens, I can see that, well, no, that happened over here, so it's still kind of leveling up in that society. As part of that, Bell Harbor's Medical Society, and I am done. And so what I can then go on and do is I can add photos, I can add notes, I can sort of add other rich media to the application to kind of let my friends know what I'm doing. The other piece of the app that didn't come across here is that I can also set up what we call these merchant offers. And the idea is that when people check into particular places, based on how well they're doing in that society, based on how influential they are to other people, you end up leveling up essentially. You end up winning potential iTunes gift card. And what merchants do is two things. So one is, it gives you a way of activating your Twitter and Facebook followers. So the people on Twitter and people on Facebook, you can send out an offer, and when people check into your physical location, they have a chance to win. And what you do essentially is try to really differentiate a prize to bring them into your physical world location. What it also does is it rewards the most influential evangelists. The more people check in, the more people send out recommendations, the more people do the recommendations that you are suggesting, the more chances they get to win. So it's kind of an implicit reward for people who are talking about you, people who are suggesting that other people come to your location. And in terms of an overview, that is it. So that is really kind of a very quick nutshell. Just a quick summary, Whrrl is about inspiring others to get out into the physical world and do some really interesting things. And the more activity you put into it, the more you really get out of it.